Coming up, the oh-so-provocative Tom of Finland from Etat Libre D'Orange. Stay tuned. The Nose, coming to you from Miami. And this one is going to be an interesting review. You're probably wondering, Joel, why is he in tank top here? Because I am reviewing Tom of Finland today. This is the 6th review in my series from Etat Libre D'Orange. And just to let you know, if you want to go back and see other ones, I've created a playlist to make it much easier. Just you'll see the Etat Libre D'Orange series, and you can go in there and watch any videos if you want to see any of the previous 5 that I've reviewed. Today I'm doing Tom of Finland. Another, quote, controversial one when it was released in 2007, Eau de Parfum. And the reason why I'm wearing, again, the tank top, I'll put up a picture of the box that the perfume comes in. It's not in the bottle, but in the box you'll see the Tom of Finland, who's hyper masculine. He's got a tank top. He's kind of like pulling up his shirt. I don't want to, gross any of you out and repel anybody from looking at me, so I'm only going with the tank top. Anyways, having said that, Tom of Finland, 2007, Eau de Parfum. This is a masculine release. I see some people saying it could be unisex. To me, this is flat out masculine. I don't see this going on a woman at all. Backstory on this. For those of you who don't know who Tom of Finland is, he was a Nordic artist. He actually passed, I think he was born around 1900, passed away in 1991. He was a famous artist, pushed the limits of art, was famous for his kind of homoerotic, abstract art and images like hyper-masculinity, really like hyper-masculine, strong, gay men. So, very popular, from what I understand. I didn't know that a lot about him, but when reading up about it, this is very fascinating because this fragrance, okay, you'll see me now. I read up on the house and what they were trying to do with the fragrance. And let me just step back for a second. Why I think this is important. Imagine, I don't know, putting on a pair of jeans and not knowing that, it was created for one specific purpose, or putting on, say, a shirt and thinking it's a dress shirt when really it's a completely different style shirt. I think without reading what the perfumer or the house was intending to do, you can't really rate a fragrance. How can I rate a building if I don't know what the architect was trying to create? Because you're missing a key component. So that's what I'm trying to do here with this series. I research it, see what they were trying to do. Clearly here, Tom of Finland, what they were trying to do, just a couple quotes from the house. They say, Tom of Finland is beyond sexuality. He is sex. And they say, straight or gay, these words are irrelevant here. So basically, this is trying to evoke pure sex, masculinity, they get pretty graphic talking about the male component and in not so specific terms, but they're clearly going towards sex, and specifically male sex, whether it be straight, gay, bisexual, whatever it is. So that's what they're going for here. I'll let you know at the end whether I think they were successful in that goal. Again, 2007, this was released by our perfumer was Anton Lee, who also did Divine Enfant, who also did Secretions Magnifique. Let's see here. Let's go right into the notes. The top notes are listed as aldehyde and lemon. The heart notes are birch leaf, pine, safralein, which is kind of like a leather, woody, warm chemical that was created by Givaudan. So this is a proprietary substance. You have pepper, cypress, galbanum, and geranium. And then on the base, you have vanilla, tonka bean, iris, vetiver, styrax, suede, musk, and gray amber. So this is a lot going on here, folks. And very interestingly, for all the stuff going on here, it all melds very well. And this is a rather linear fragrance. I don't dislike linear fragrances. I like super complex fragrances, but I also like something that sometimes you want to put on and you know what you're getting from the start to finish, that it's going to be roughly the same. So you know, for example, if you're going on a date and you're not sure what part of the date you're going to either be getting close with your, your date or whatever it may be, and you want them to smell a specific part that you really like, linear fragrances are good for that, because you know whether it's an hour in or 3 hours in, they're going to smell basically the same thing. So let me just say right off, I sprayed this about 2 hours ago right here on my skin. So I'm going to give you a little hint. This is already in the dry down. And it's beautiful. The dry down is very similar, and I'm going to talk about right now what the difference is. When you first spray this on, it is pure male testosterone for me. It's like erect, firm. I'm not going to get too specific. It's leather, but it's a leather fragrance to me at the top with a touch of citrus, which is coming in from that lemon. The suede, the leather, it actually also comes off as a little bit smoky, even a little bit tobacco-y. So this is like, to me, all male sex. This is not unisex to me. This is alpha male. It's very warm. It's very sensual. This is something I absolutely would want to wear when a girl's getting in close to me and I'm feeling a little bit, like sexual. These type of fragrances, for me, are my go-to fragrance when I want to get close to a woman and I want her to feel like she wants to jump my bones. I have a similar fragrance to this, and that's Zizan. It has a similar feel. It's a totally different thing. That's from Ormond Jane. But it's got that warm, masculine, little bit of a leathery scent that just drives the women crazy. Another word I would give it is panty dropper. I don't want to be chauvinist, but to use the term that people like to use. To me, also, just the thing, the really masculine scents that drive the women crazy on my skin always contain at least some amount of vetiver, and this has vetiver in it. So I'm not surprised. I think this is going to drive women crazy when I wear this. I've not worn it around any women yet because this is a brand new fragrance to me. Again, I would say it gives me, in addition to everything I just mentioned, slight tobacco, the leather, the suede, a little bit of citrus. It's just that leather kind of reminds me of almost bondage and whips and chains. Again, this fragrance is going for all. Leather, sex, bondage, whips, chains, male domination. It's got it all. It's a little smoky. It's a little powdery. I don't know. There's so many molecules in here. I can't tell you what's doing what. But that's what it is. It's leathery, it's sexy, it's warm, it's male, it's powdery, it's a little smoky. It is dominant. It is, I'm telling you, this is going to be, for me, a signature scent. This is going to be something I know that women are absolutely going to love on my skin, because I already know the ones that work well on my skin, that women like when they get close. And this is right in that vein. I did wear this the other day to test the longevity. I got 9-10 hours on this on a strong skin scent, so I've got great longevity. I got good sillage for about 3 hours, almost about 3.5 hours. So again, everything from this house, from Etat Libre D'Orange so far, has been a winner for me. This is right in line with all the rest. But I would say this one is the most masculine by far. The others were true unisex. The other 4 or 5 that I've reviewed, the other 5, some even leaning a little bit more feminine. This is pure masculine, hyper male, alpha male. Get your nose on it. Let me know what you think if you already have. Comments, please. I want to hear. This one should evoke some conversation. If you haven't already subscribed, please think about doing so. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to me rant. I really appreciate your precious time. Santa will bring some extra gifts this year. Sorry for the mess, but I'm working on my next concoction, as I always am, and I'm working on a base accord right now with some cool stuff, which includes vetiver, oak moss, some vanilla. Should be pretty cool. By the way, this one also, as it dries down now, as I'm a few hours in, the vanilla and the tonka bean comes out more, and it starts to get a little sweeter. So it's like flat out sex right out the door, and then it's like cuddle time and snuggle time afterwards. So anyways, there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you next time. I forgot real quick, guys. Did they achieve their goal of essentially creating something that was pure sex, that was beyond sexuality, that was neither straight nor gay nor all that? Absolutely. I don't care whether you're gay, straight, bisexual. If you're a man, this is something that is going to drive your partner absolutely bonkers and crazy. They achieved it. It is, again, linear, but from the top to bottom, it's not pure linear. As I mentioned, it does get sweeter towards the end in the vanilla, but this is a pretty consistent male-dominated sex fragrance. Wear this one next time you have a date, or you have a date with your girlfriend or wife or whatever, significant other, and let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.